The LEGO community is fantastic. There are a lot of very talented individuals that make amazing LEGO MOCs, which in the LEGO community stands for my own creation. They share them with everyone online. Back in my day there was a page called MOC Pages that we all loved and we used it to share our LEGO creations. Now that LEGO is more mainstream, we have plenty of YouTube videos and Instagram pages that have amazing content full of custom MOCs, buildings, characters, and everything that we could ever imagine. As someone that enjoys LEGO, and I have been doing videos for a while now, I have been thinking about what I make to share on my page, and I have questioned if the content is even worth sharing. Not because I think that what I make is bad, but rather when I compare it to what others make and share online, I know that my content falls short on epicness. But I don't mind contributing with this section of YouTube that makes more achievable content. I can work on a crazy scale to make a MOC that is 99 base plates. I don't have enough pieces nor space. In fact, I can't even display everything that I own right now. Nonetheless, I love making my own LEGO creations, and editing my videos is part of that process to me. And I believe that amazing things can be done regardless of limitations like space or even not having as many bricks to build with. Which leads me to the purpose of this video. I want to encourage everyone to stop comparing collections and find a way to make the best out of what you have. Instead of just comparing negatively, let's use other people's content to learn. And let me talk more about that. I think these projects that I made will help me flesh out the thoughts that I want to share with you guys. When I started with this project, my idea was to have a fantasy-like bridge leading to an epic city gate, but by the time that I got done with the structure and the bridge, I realized that I didn't have enough pieces to fulfill my vision. Even if I got creative and I started using different colors for the rock work or the structures, it still was not going to be enough. Not to mention that I don't even have the space to display something at this scale. So I ended up backtracking a lot, even if there were a lot of things that I loved about this first project. The trees and the whole vibe it gave me was pretty successful. Hopefully I can retake on this idea at one point in the future. On my next attempt, I wanted to make a Black Raven themed stable. This building in particular went through a few stages. I remade it 3 times in order to capture a more vibrant fantasy aesthetic, and the final product is really good to my standards. I started to add more detail and to make more interesting shapes for the structure. I learned about managing and distributing the pieces that add detail and texture. On this occasion, I wanted to focus more on the building complexity. Right now, we are looking at the second version of the stable, something that felt like it could work, but still it wasn't good enough. It felt flat and it was lacking character, as the structure itself was pretty plain. So for the final version, I added more exaggerated features to the facade. I made an A-frame and I started using techniques that were new to me. I went online and I looked at other people's work for reference, not to compare myself negatively, but to learn from other builders that are way more experienced than me. My motivation kept growing, but things changed when I discovered a YouTube channel that was called Project 99 Baseplates at the time. Now it has the name of the super talented master builder Jesse Van Dyke. That I'm referring to him as a master builder because if he isn't one, then nobody deserves that title. He is extremely talented, and his channel blew my mind in the most positive way. His project for many is going to be a source of endless inspiration. For a few, it could be discouraging, because in all honesty, being able to build something on that scale is a dream for many of us. Personally, I'm working to fulfill this dream, but in the meantime, I still want to practice, create, and grow. So when I found this channel, I learned that MOC building can be taken a whole step further. And I'm not talking about the epic scale of his MOC, but rather the beauty in the smaller structures and details that give life to the diorama itself. And by the way, I hope that everyone watching me has seen those videos as well, because as a LEGO fan, this is one of the most amazing things that I have ever seen, and I love the idea of being able to follow the process and learn from it. But I digress. On the very first episode of the series, he shows a concept that he wants to make, or rather than calling it a concept, he calls it a pilot project. A MOC that is only 2 base plates long. The build looks absolutely fantastic though, and it pains me to say that it conveys a vibe that I have been trying to conceptualize for years now, ever since my clone-based building era in 2023. That by the way, it will come back as soon as I have more space to do that again. But then I realized something. This is something that it was within my reach. It's something that I can make for myself at the same scale. And at this point, I understood two important things. I didn't need 20 base plates to make something absolutely epic. And number two, there's still a lot, and I mean a lot of things that I need to learn about making good, appealing projects. Nonetheless, I knew that even if my MOC was not going to be as good, it was going to be a great learning experience and a great base for something that I can keep improving upon, just like I did with the Raven stable. So I like to call this the version 1.0 of my fantasy water city. This is 100% something that I will be improving on as I get more pieces, ideas, and learn more techniques. I used a bunch of pieces and parts from the LEGO Viking village. I basically stole the A-frame designs from all the windows, because the ones from the set look fantastic. I even went as far as starting to experiment with lights on a MOC for the first time. I wanted to make this video to share more than just the builds themselves, but rather the idea of not being discouraged by seeing others working at a bigger scale or with better conditions. If you want to create something, there's always a way to make it appropriate to what you own and your circumstances. And rather than getting frustrated, we should learn to look forward to creating something that we can improve on as we grow our collections and conditions. I have been enjoying my time building stuff so far. I have been on a paternity break, so I have more time to do this kind of stuff. I am going to miss this free time a lot, but I feel like I have been able to learn a lot about LEGO and life in general. But if this sentiment is something that you can relate to, let me know in the comment section down below. Having access to amazing things other people get to make can either be an inspiration or something that is discouraging in a sense. But hopefully after hearing all of this, you feel more encouraged to try to make something great at a scale that works for your collection and your space. Because you don't need a dedicated LEGO room to create something worth sharing. I hope that everyone here can fulfill the aspirations that you may have for your collections. But in the meantime, remember to work with what you have. And now it's time to go get your brick on. No, wait, this is not Master Builders. So remember to like and comment if you enjoyed the video. Even if you didn't, I could use the interactions from YouTube. But hey, this is all I have for you today. I'm Beyond LEGO. Peace out.